Hello everybody and welcome for a look around the cockpit and upper deck of this Feeling 416. Firstly, apologies for any noise. It is very windy down here, but it's lovely. It's nice and warm, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching this video with me. We're going to look around the cockpit and the upper deck to give you an idea of her layout, where things are, her sailing possibilities, etc., and if she might be a place for you. So as you can see, I'm standing port forward of the cockpit. I'm looking down and in, and it's feeling like a very nice protective cockpit. We've got nice high coamings here, nice deep footwell there. We've got a nice spray hood that reaches back quite far, and I think with the addition of some dodgers there, you'd be feeling nice and cocooned from the weather. But we'll go a little bit closer down there in a moment. You can see we've got a nice easy step up onto the deck, which is always really important for me. We've got a textured deck there to prevent against slippage as well, and it looks nice and white and clean too, which is lovely. And on the port side of here, you can see that we have got a self-tailed winch here and a non-self-tailed winch there, so that's mirrored pretty much on the, yes it is mirrored on the starboard side, so everything you need for your foresail and your spinnaker or cruising chute, etc. The helm is covered up at the moment, lovely to give that some protection, so you can see that in photos elsewhere in the advert. But let's hop in and try and get out of the wind a little bit. I think you can probably hear me a lot better now, but yeah, so let's have a look around the cockpit. In the port aft corner here, you've got bilge pump access, you've got a nice Raymarine unit here, and a seat for the helm. We'll have a look at that closely in a minute. We do have lovely big cockpit lockers on this boat, so we have one locker here housing sail, ladder, a few more bits and pieces, and the gas bottles just behind there. We have a stowage in the port, stowage binnacle here in the port bulkhead, and if you look forward, you can see we've got a nice wide deep companionway, so that's made of plexiglass, I think, so that will let light through even when it's closed. We have two windows on the after bulkhead of the accommodation there, again letting lots of light in. And if you just look up, you can see, well, let's look at the spray hood. So it's reasonably tall. I'm 5'9", only a small duct to go underneath it, so that's all important as we're going in and out. And as we go in and out, you can see we've got these lovely grab rails here, so that's really handy indeed. On the port side, we've got a hatch down below, light and air for that. Through that we have a self-tailed winch here, and we've got all the brakes that we think you'd need for the lines leading aft from forward. On the starboard side, obviously we have different brakes for different lines. We've got a couple of dorades up here too, which is lovely, and we've also got the self-tailing halyard winch there too. Turning around to the starboard side, you can see little step up to go over the companionway, but that's okay. We've got plenty of seating down here, probably for 2 or 3 people each side. Lovely, great big cockpit locker here too, very nice and easy to access. And on the starboard aft quarter, we've got the autopilot controls, we've got the engine start stop, and we've also got a nice VHF DSC unit up here too, which is great. Behind the helm, which is obviously a wheel, which you'll see in the photos, we've got 2 lovely great big lockers here to sit on or stand on. Under here, basically, we have access to the steering gear, the emergency steering position, and there's a nice bilge underneath there too, so really lovely. Okay, let's look forwards, and that will give you an idea of how it feels to be in this cockpit. Nice and wide, nice and long, and as I mentioned, lovely easy step over into the side deck, which is all too often difficult on boats and could lead to trippage, etc. But again, apologies for any wind noise, I do hope you can hear me. But let's have a look along the upper deck. So here's a side view of the spray hood. This does come back nice and far, so this person here, maybe 2 people if we're going into the wind, you're going to get good protection from the wind or the rain, etc, etc. Coming along the side deck, we can see that this isn't the original deck, that's been redone and looks in good nick to me. And we've got plenty of windows on this boat, which I won't keep going on about, but there are lots of them. Now the grab rail just starts here and runs to here, but there is a bit of a gap between here and the shrouds to grab onto, so that's something to think about. But it's such a wide side deck and such a wide boat in general that if you get down low and you're crawling forwards, you should feel nice and safe. We have got garden gates port and starboard, so nice and easy to get in and out of alongside. And just looking at the coach roof itself, you can see we've got lines led aft under the cover there. We've got plenty of windows, letting lots of light down there below, and there we go past the mast base. Now it's very nice and easy to get past the shrouds, no swing out, although on this side we do have the what looks like a foresail and a jockey pole here, so that's slightly in the way, but we can get past that no problem, and it's less obstructed on the port side. Just for the purposes of the video, I'll just step up onto the coach roof and you can see just how nice and shiny we're looking at the moment. Hatches are suffering from the sun a little bit there, so some people may opt to change those, but we have got loads of hatches letting lots of light and air down below. We've got a nice big derayed vent there, and in general all looking very nice up forward. Let's go over to the foredeck. So as you can see, here's a little bit of a close-up of the deck. There's some caulking needed in places, I think, but that shouldn't be too difficult. And you can see that we've got furling foresail. There we go. The anchor's away at the moment, so there's a bow roller. And if I can open this one-handed, I'll try. And inside we can see lovely great big anchor locker there. Nice windlass sitting there, out of the weather, and a remote control sitting by it, ready for action. Absolutely fantastic. Let's try and close that with one hand, preferably without dropping it. I can't do it, I'll come back to do that. And I'll turn around and let you have a look along the coach roof. There we are, looking resplendent. Very, very pretty boats. We do like them, and they do seem to have stood the test of time, and she does seem very, very nice and clean. And she does need a few jobs doing up here, but in essence, looks like a very, very nice yacht. So this has been Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers, taking you for a quick walk around the upper deck and the cockpit to give you an idea of how this boat is. If you'd like any more information, go to boatshedbrighton.com for lots more pictures, videos and virtual reality. Thanks for watching.